buddy. That's Long's Peak. Boy, this is going to be probably pretty jerky to watch.
What's that?
This looks like a lateral moraine. And there's my lovely bride-to-be in front of me on an unnamed horse.
I'm calling him Fellow.
Fellow. It's Fellow. Okay.
That's my made-up name.
And we're heading back into the trees. So shut down until we get some more picturesque views anyway. Whoop! Mustang Sally just decided to sneak some grass.
She's taking advantage of you.
She's taking advantage of me. Let's see if we can get her head in here. There we go. I gotta lean back pretty far here. She's doing okay. Get her head in there. See, she's a little chestnut quarter horse here. A little bit Mustang in her, I guess. That's a nice picture of Long's Peak. It's 8:30 in the morning. We've been riding for 2.5 hours, left promptly at 6 a.m.
What lake is that?
Up in the foreground is Flattop Mountain, Flattop Peak.
Bring your horses right up to the edge there. You get to see a lot more.
Dream Lake down the bottom. Looking back towards Long Peak. And we're gonna get moving on with the ride. Hear a little bit of our breeze. Me taking up the hind quarter. Up in front of Ann is Eric, and Becky from Kentucky, and our guide, who you can't quite see, is Jesse. Here we are, we've come out of the trees, we're just getting above the tree line, behind a little rock outcropping right now that I think I spotted from the bottom. We probably have it in the video. It's pretty windy out here. That's Deer Stack Lake, top of the mountain down there, if we could see it in the video. This is my panorama. And here's the gang. There's Hallett Point. And presumably this is Flattop Mountain. Come on. This gives you an idea what the view is like from here. Pretty unbelievable. Now that's Bierstadt Lake. And then over there, that's Sprague Pond. That's where we left from this morning. Not certain what that mountain peak is over there. I hope this is okay to view. It's not too bouncy. I'm doing the best I can to try and stay still. That's Sprague Pond coming into view, where we started this morning, as I said already. And there's Bierstadt Lake, top of the mountain. Oop. Here's a good view of our crew. There's Ann. Ann's making a fashion statement. It's a little windy here. She's not too happy about it. Vortex underneath her hat. And as I look up the mountain, I can see a couple hikers up there. Can't get them into focus. There's looking back on the trail we just walked up. Come on, buddy. Let's go. There's another view of Long's Peak. It's about 10 after 9 in the morning. Still pretty early. Seem to be fairly close to the peak. good picture of Hallett Mountain.
But you go to the edge and get in one lake.
And looking down here, lakes, don't quite know the name of it. Continuing on our journey. Once again, there's Sprague Lake, where we started this morning, 3 hours and 20 minutes ago. So far, the wildlife sightings were a mule deer, not more than 20 feet aside from us as we were starting out this morning. Post. It's about 10 of 10. It's mighty windy, very chilly. Top of Flattop Mountain, which we're going to be heading over.
I'm coming by, Paul.
A little glacier. This is Hallett Point. Over. That's a 360 panorama. There's a good shot of Tyrrell Glacier, one of 5 active glaciers in the Rocky Mountain National Park. We are at the top of Flattop Mountain. Rain is here. Shot along the top here. We're at the top of the Rockies. Oh, that must be our destination down there. Grand Lake. take a bit of the view of the terrain up here. You can tell it's alpine terrain. It was so hard at the zoom to get the herd. Over on the backside of Flattop Mountain. That's sort of what these peaks were. So by this point we certainly crossed the Continental Divide, and we've crossed our 12,364 foot peak of Flattop Mountain. It's still pretty windy. You see the terrain for the horses is pretty rough. Awful rocky. They have pretty darn good footing though, thankfully. Whoop. A little slip there by Sally. Come on. And she decided to take advantage of the slip to get some grass. She's a treat horse. Her and Scout would get along well. Got a little snow deposit over here. Sally. Let's go. She's trying to sneak treats again. See a nice beautiful valley here. Canyon below. Quarter of 11. The temperature on the side of the mountain is a little bit warmer than where it was on the other side of the mountain. It's almost comfortable to have my hands out. Still have the high alpine terrain. I'm going to give you another good shot of that canyon here. Nice big canyon. Still awful windy. And as you look at these mountains, it's clear to see why they call them the Rockies. See our trail, about 10 after 11. I'm going to pan down the mountain. Right down here we should see a switchback. I gotta admit, this is a little bit tough video recording while riding horseback, not paying attention to where you're going, and Sally likes to take advantage of any grass treat that she can find. Here we go. There's our trail coming into view. Alpine flowers. And a little alpine stream. Your horse drink. There's our elk sighting. Here's where we're heading down the switchback, or down the canyon. I can zoom up the top. That's where we walked across the upper part of the canyon when I zoomed in down below it. We made our way across that top. Oop. Sally got a little nervous. We had fallen behind. She wanted to sprint along to catch up. give you a little bit of perspective of what it's like here. We're on a pretty steep edge of a cliff here. Yeah, here's our path now.
Down there. You don't want to spook the horse and take stuff off
And there's up to the top. Here we are, just past 12, lunchtime. Anne's getting her lunch ready. I'm going to pan up and show you the valley that we just came down. I don't know if you can quite see it, but this is what we just cleaned down. And you can probably pick out one switchback in there. I'll zoom in. There you go. There's one of our switchbacks. And you can see we came up from there. Here's looking up to the top of the ridge. Well, during lunch we learned that Mustang Sally isn't really a Sally. A Mustang Sally is really a he.
Mustang Hal.
And it's Vegas, I guess, is his real name. And here's a nice view that we've got. We're on the downward side now. Come on. And you can still see we have quite a ways to go down. Here we are heading down through part of the lower conifer forest. Mighty beautiful here. Vegas is doing well. I guess we're told now that the total mileage for this trip, about 12 hours of riding, and it's about, I guess, 26 miles one way. So it's a long day of riding. And here's the view off to our left. You can see it through the trees. Continuing on our journey, we've got this nice little pond, base of the mountain. And you can see our ride is just through some nice conifer forest. We just scan up the hill. Pretty much the way we've been riding for the last probably hour and a half is pretty much what it's been through a conifer forest. It's about 2:15 in the afternoon right now. Our butts and legs are pretty darn sore, but we're hanging in there. We got about another 4 hours to go, or maybe not quite another 4 hours to go. There goes the stream behind us. Some of the mountain streams. Give you a feel for the terrain that these horses navigate with ease. And this is much nicer than it was out on the top. If I caught it earlier in the video, not certain if I did. They navigate this terrain with quite ease. Very pretty. We moved away from the stream, back into the woods. Nice conifer forest. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. About 3 more hours to go, I guess. A little, sorry about the little movement there. Vegas had a little trouble on that hill. I'll show you what it looked like. There's Ian. We're at our final destination. It was my Mustang that I rode the whole ride. The horses are loading up in the trailer for our return journey back home. Now stand back. It was up in those mountains.
Past those mountains.
Past those mountains that we came through.